partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Deputy 18, wrap hook!
From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. He'll find his man, Lambert Smith. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Get it! 18, 60 boxes, 60 boxes, go!
Willis now to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield. And what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense.
And he's in. DeAndre Lambert Smith. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And that is touchdown number 25 on the year. And that touchdown is a record breaker. He has set the NFL standard for most receiving touchdowns in a single season in NFL history. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Allen gonna throw to get things going. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Mims sent in motion here. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Escaping to his left. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike, in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year. Allen to throw on 3rd and long. Oh, he thought he had a man across the field, but it's intercepted.
the 29-yard line.
Okay, break. Personal 80, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Maverick, 60, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Here's Willis. He'll find his receiver. That's Jalen Royals. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Royals. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. You want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyren Williams.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 9. Mims sent in motion here. Throwing on 2nd down. It's out. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And the Jaguars going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
So every team practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway.
It is brought in the end zone. DeAndre Lambert-Smith. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
On the return, here's Mims. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Allen now on 2nd down. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Gain of 18.
First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a 1st down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Williams gets it on the draw. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Going to lose a yard.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Now for the third time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chinn. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing, Willis. Open man is Royals. He's got it. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Lions. Here we go. Hawk 70.
Throwing, Willis. Forced to his right. He's going to keep it himself. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal.
Come on, come on. Set. Cowboy 80.
Willis. A big mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted. And good running on the return. It'll help him out. Has the ball right around the 45-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He is missed and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. So after one, 21-0 is our score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. 6 yards. 3rd down coming up.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He'll try to run for it. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First and 10, and it's Allen. That's out wide to Williams. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
To the air. On second down, here's Allen. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Here's 3rd and 2. We'll try to run for it with Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 6 on 3rd and 2.
The Chargers first down. It's a gain of 6.
The motion there, tight end Johnson.
Los Angeles.
Now Allen on first down. Picked off by Jeremy Chinn. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready, ready. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Willis to throw. This one broken out. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 19. Good.
Throwing is Willis. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first half.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. Out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That one's good for 26 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth.
And that is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
And we've seen him take one back earlier in the year, and he just about added another one. He's proven to be someone to game plan against in the return game, and that was a heck of a run back.
Off the play fake, it's Allen. Going deep downfield for Judy. So they're going to have it at their own 20-yard line.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Panthers. Come on. 60, Mustang 19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Damian Sherwood in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, faking the give. That's caught. It's Lambert Smith. And he's out of bounds, close to the 45-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
19, Buffalo 18.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is incomplete, taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
To throw is Willis. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Willis now to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. On 1st down, it's Allen. Forced out wide. That'll be caused by the running back, Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20. Give him 14 on that play. 1 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart the 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
At the 25-yard line.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. Going deep downfield for Judy. And he's just throwing just up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the jump. Ready. Cup 19. Cup 19. 77. Viking 18.
Willis now to throw. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, The ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he's very close to a touchdown. Markham just shy of the goal line.
It's a gain of
No signal, timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
first and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here now, second down and goal.
60, press on 80, 19 light. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready,
Here's Willis. Flush to his right. That's going to be incomplete. They say no to the field goal, but that backfires. They're going to come away with nothing as this first half comes to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They run over center with Williams. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Miles Garrett able to bring him down.
Brings up second and
9. Here's second and 9. It's another run here for Williams. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away. And then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
Third down, it's Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
On first and 10, it's Allen. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. First and 10. Mims sent in motion here. On first down, Allen. And more of the same. Another interception. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Warriors 70. 79. Here we go. Mustang 19.
Throwing Willis. That is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Now Willis. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Jaguars, first down.
Grab 60.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready? Let go.
Willis. He's got it at the 7. And he'll take this one in. Jayless Wright. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's his second touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Jaguars can stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down, it is Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's going to be pulled in by Brown. And he's going to take this one all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
At their own 20-yard line.
Panther 60. 79 Broncos. 19 tight. 19 tight. Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Throw in Willis. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And he will take this one in. 79 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Throwing now, Allen here on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
It's certainly not for the lack of trying, but these guys are having a really hard time getting on the same page right now. I mean, he's still looking for his first catch, despite getting a handful of targets going his way.
On second down, here's Allen. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. The receiver couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Exiting the pocket right. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They'll indeed go for it with Allen. That's taken in. And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on down.
Go.
Throwing is Willis. He's got a receiver wide open. Left side. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. So, a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards.
In punt formation.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Donovan Izaraku getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year. Tight end motioning left. On the give, it's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and a long way to go. They'll go again here with Williams. And that's not going to be nearly enough. He'll get 4, but 4th and long coming up.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Deep to return is Malik Washington. begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. That's caught! That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. A big play for Jacksonville. That's a pickup at 75 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Jaguars ready to punt this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. On the move left, going deep downfield for Judy.
Let's give credit to the defense. I mean, those throws, they have not been there this entire game. And they have tried time and time again to test this defense downfield. And you could see a little frustration mounting from some of these receivers. They cannot connect downfield.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he is not going to get there. Short of the marker. And that's going to be a turnover on down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Brown. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Pass caught left side by Fant. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
They bring Judy in motion. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Jerry Judy. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they will bring him down on the other field.
It's a gain of 28 yards.
Set to go now on first and 10.
First down. A 28-yard gain. First down, Chargers.
They bring Judy in motion. Open man downfield is Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. To throw again, it's Allen. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. They'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Williams gets it from the pistol. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
It is third and long. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on third down. Brings up fourth, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. First and goal coming up.
Chargers, first down. First and goal, Chargers.
Charbonnet. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Trying to get here from the 7-yard line. Second down and goal. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And the defense stiffening here. She'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. Third and goal coming up.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that is caught on fourth and goal. They got it. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, L.A.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Middle.
Allen working from the pistol. That's pulled in, and they're able to tag on a 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
28-yard line.
19. Here we go.
Willis to throw. Who rounds another catch for his favorite target. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line.
Dixie Maverick. Here we go.
Here's Willis. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here. To throw is Willis. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just mills the clock and let's get out with the win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
On the return, here's Mims. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They bring Judy in motion. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So from the 36, it is first and 10.
And the Chargers first down.
Now it's Allen. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. They'll run it with Williams. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down. Now we'll get whistles, and they have signaled for a timeout. Curious there, not sure the logic, but one stoppage with 5 seconds to go. Mims set in motion here. A final shot now for Allen. And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen,